Hey everybody, welcome to the video, welcome to the channel. We're back working for Dirt Perfect today. We were supposed to go do some power raking. We're gonna get the straw blower and all kinds of stuff. I just have a good old time, but there is a chance of rain today. So I think that plan may change. We're still gonna go ahead and get all the equipment shuffled around and up to the job so it's ready to go when we have a nice couple days of weather. But after that, I don't know. It's gonna be another adventure. It always is. Let's get this thing up and running real quick so it has a chance to run before we take off. I don't wear hats very often, but when it rains, it just makes sense. It's a utilitarian thing, not a style thing. Whoa. Beautiful morning. Get over here, I may that's not gonna fit, not even close. Forgot how much that sticks out, but that's okay. We gotta make multiple trips up the hill today. So we'll just take it on the next one. We'll just set it down for now. We'll go ahead and get the skid steer up there. Okay. Oh, good morning. How are you, bud? Where you go? You swinging wide? Well, I don't know what you're doing. Okay. How are you? Good to see you. That one worked. So you guys know by now, we don't hide things from you guys. We could. We've got the option. We can edit stuff right out. But I want to show you something. I was talking to Mike about it on the phone. But you see these rims on this side? You see them? We painted them up. You see them on this side? Can you guys see the difference? Do you We didn't have enough gloss black paint to do both sides, so we thought, let's just do gloss on one side and matte on the other. It won't be that noticeable. We were wrong anyway. He said he's headed to town. Want to know if he needed to get anything, and I said yes, paint, please.
Yeah, it didn't look too bad in the shop. But when we pulled it outside in the sunlight, I was thinking the same thing. I didn't want to say anything.
We gotta get that fixed. He's going to pick up some paint today, and hopefully we get that correct. I think this is one of the reasons. If you caught the last video, I talked a little bit about how I started backing the skid steer on and how I like that better. It was a suggestion in the comments, so I tried it out, and I think they were right. But this is probably one of the reasons I like it the most. Aside from feeling less sketchy when you're actually coming on the trailer, it's certainly a lot easier to get off the trailer. Today I'm going a little slow. Tilt forward too fast, my bucket will slide out. Ask me how I know, right? There we go. can just put it down here out of the way enough. That'll probably be fine. Okay. Last time we came up here, I had the Mac and I got hung up on this hill, spun out on the gravel, but with the rain helping hold everything together and the little magic button we've got down here, I think we'll be okay. It is gonna get a little bumpy though. Oh, she's got it. Yep. Next we're heading to Mike, see if we can get the 855 and the straw blower loaded up on this trailer. So we're taking the 855 and you see the straw blower down there on that end, but Mike picked up a new battery for the 855. So now wait a second. My battery on my tractor is right here. And it's a 755, and I would have made that assumption. That is also where this battery would be, and it is not. Okay, we're going hunting. Under the seat, perhaps. Negatory. We'll find it. It's gotta be in here somewhere. Is it under the... Is it in? Wait a second. It's not. No kidding. And that's slick. I'm telling you. It's right here. The battery goes right here. I didn't even need that. We can close this. There we go. Can I? Ran into Mike at the shop when I got here. And a lot of times people will ask why Mike and I don't work together. You guys know I work for him, obviously. Part-time on my days off from my full-time job. And people ask why we don't work together. And it's because we don't get anything done. We sat and talked for an hour, both talking about how we're in a hurry, and then we sat down and talked for an hour. We can't work together. It's impossible. Unless we're on a big enough job site moving dirt where we're not, we can't see each other. Probably gotta go in there. Is that? Is she bottomed out, bud? She's bottomed out. Okay. I feel like there's supposed to be a bracket somewhere, but I don't see one. There's got to be a bracket for this. I'm guessing it's missing. But let's see if we can't. I mean, a fellow should at least go through the trouble of throwing maybe a zip tie on it or something. Oh yeah, that's pretty stable. We'll give her a few more here. Oh yeah. Look at that, huh? Some people pay extra for those modifications. Oh, we got the wire in the way. There you go. Why aren't you going? Do you even belong on this tractor? No, that's not it. And for the record, I have the exact same grill on my tractor. I don't understand where we're running into our issue here, but it's somewhere. Oh, here's our issue. That's not good. Uh-oh, hold on. The wiring up here is the issue. It keeps falling down onto where it's supposed to go in. And, well, I think we can, look, here's the ground wire right here for the lights. And this keeps glowing every time it hits one of these. So I think we're just gonna, we can all agree the lights aren't being used. And to avoid burning the little tractor to the ground, let's just eliminate some things here. But in case he ever wants to add them back, what we'll do here, we'll just throw a butt connector on this end and then throw a bunch of electrical tape on it. And that way, if he ever does want to mess with it, well, it'll be ready to go on it. And the only reason I'm putting this butt connector on is to keep it from falling down that hole. I'm leaving enough wire that if he ever wants to put it back on, he can just cut these off. That's the plan. And a zip tie for good measure. Should keep it from going in that hole. It should keep it out of our way of what we need to do. There it goes. There it goes. It's just those daggone wires holding it back. Nice. Well, that'll do her, bud. And this is what we're taking with it. At the right time, you know what I mean? Perfect. Oh yeah. We're gonna grease this thing up with a little grease on the PTO too. Might as well. There's not too many moving parts on here, but let's keep them lubed. I'm guessing with the weather we're not actually going to be using it today, but I'll show you how it works. The PTO shaft hooks up to the PTO on the tractor, obviously. Comes back here, you got a couple different pulleys. You got this first one right here, comes up, operates this. That's basically just a change of direction. Goes to that one there, and that comes back around to this drum, and it rotates this. The other one, right here, comes up to this shaft. That shaft runs through the middle of the blower, operates the fan blower, and operates... Tractor's off, PTO's not hooked up. Other than that, I wouldn't recommend doing this. These knives in here, those knives are basically, well, not even basically, they are. They're pretty much just off a sickle bar, so they're kind of universal if you have to replace them. You can see that. So this rotates, goes down there while the knives spin, and then blows out the fancy tube here. We'll fire it up in a second just to make sure everything's working right, and I'll show you guys. But like I said, let's get her lubed up first. There we go. There we go. All right, got everything greased, everything hooked up. Let's make sure she fires up. What are you doing? Somebody asked in a video the other day whose dog this is. Mike and Jenna got a new dog to go with Maggie to calm her down a bit, and he's been doing a good job. everything seems to be running. Everything looks good. We'll go ahead and get this thing loaded up. Should have done that the first time, a little bit of gravity this way around. No problem at all there. I think that's enough room. We can sneak that power rake underneath. We're fixing to find out here in just a minute. Good shot. See if we can't get it right up in there. It'll sit on top of the ramps, and we'll use the skid steer at the forks to get it off of there. We're just going right on top of that hill. So we've got that all on there, and I think we can all agree we're not gonna go cross country with this setup, but for a 1/4 mile move, oh, rain's moving back in. I think it'll be fine. Should be able to take the skid steer right around the back side, get right into it. Shove it in there. Oh, you guys can't see there? Hold on. We'll get this parked back over there, and then we'll get the tractor off there. Different truck, different trailer. Mike bought a new to him implement from behind the 855. We're gonna pick that up real quick because that's gotta go up to that job as well. Mike ended up buying a used, it is a 3-point, but it's a straw crimper, not a disc. A disc, these, well, disc on the discs are kind of at an angle to roll things over. These are perfectly straight or close to it, and they have that little crimp in it. That's a straw crimper. It's supposed to do exactly what it says, crimp the straw into the ground, and then it has that roller on the back side, and then you got this seeder, which is pretty sweet. It's mechanical. When that rolls, it runs this chain right through here, which drives this, and you put grass seed, well, or whatever you want, I suppose, in there. Got a chain on each corner just because it can roll. Definitely plenty of hold down. I was more worried about it rolling somewhere. Same with this. I put 3 straps on it because it can roll a little bit. Plenty of hold down for sure. I just don't want it rolling off the side of the trailer since we're going down the highway. But that's pretty exciting. They are both 3-point. They're not for the skid steer. He can always modify that, but I'm assuming it's almost as if he's had enough with the skid steers and he's looking at tractors. You know what I mean? It's strange. I'm not good at math, but maybe you are. While we're down there, we also picked this up. This is the breather cover, breather screen for the 850. A few people noticed that it was broke the other day. And a few people asked, why didn't we pick up a new one when we picked up the 120 from John Deere? Pretty simple. Why would you pay John Deere to make something when you can pay your local machine shop to fab something up for you? I mean, the guy that made this literally lives in those trees up there. If we have our choice of who we're giving our money to, it's going to be the fella in the trees. I did want to point something out on this though. This is a Woods implement. There is a tag over here. You can see right there, Woods, model number STR72. Oh, I'm assuming it's 72 wide. Super Gill. Definitely meets those qualifications. But check this out. Woods actually put a feature on there. You see the STR Super Turf Renovator. They put the acronym on there, which is great. We all know you can't work on a government job, state or federal, if you don't have acronyms. You have to have acronyms for government jobs. So they put the acronym right on there. I mean, it's perfect. That's a stupid joke. I'm sorry for that. That's a stupid joke. There's Mike's keys. We want to make sure he doesn't lose his keys. There we go. That ought to work. Okay. We ended up leaving these down on the lot though. I just got off the phone with Mike. We don't think the 855 can pull this or that. We think they're a little too big, at least for the hill that's up there. On flat ground, the 855 would probably handle it, but on the hill, we don't think that it will. So we're going to have to end up using Mike's grandpa's 4000 series John Deere tractor to do it. And if that's the case, well, we'll just hook them up down here and drive the tractor up there. That'd just be the simplest solution. So that should work just fine. The exciting thing is, next week, I should be working on that job. So we should have video coming out soon of using the new seeder attachment, using the new crimper roller, using the straw blower, and using the power rake on the skid steer. We're gonna try to take that on ourselves and see how that goes. So that's exciting. We definitely have that coming up in the future. I do have just a little bit of time left. Let's see if we can run that truck up to the to Mike's shop. Here you go, puppy. Oh, excuse you. Excuse you. The next thing we're going to do real quick, there's a little pinhole. I've already got it cleaned up a little bit. There's a little pinhole on the bottom side of this. Mike didn't weld these on here to keep them on, in a sense. He welded them on so that when you push on this, it doesn't unthread. Does that make sense? He didn't weld it all the way around. And what happened is, a little pinhole ended up developing right there. And we have a real small air leak. You can kind of see where the moisture's been blowing out of it. So we're just going to fill that in real quick. Man behind the scenes is still stuck inside the boiler. So unfortunately, we don't have him to do it. But I think we'll get her figured out. We'll release the trailer brakes, and if it works all right, we shouldn't hear anything. What?
Hey, Captain.
Yeah.
This random conversation while you're attempting to weld. You ready?
Yeah.
This is my original drone that I've had since I started my YouTube channel. Just curious where yours is at.
Someone's calling you, and I really hope it's Karma. You know what I mean? I really hope that's who's on the other end of that phone right now.
I blocked her.
Excuse me, as I try to be my best man behind the scenes. I need you, Aaron. I don't know, that weld looks like crap. I mean, it looks like it's got a cage system through it. How do you weld upside down? Why am I the one welding upside down? All right, so I got this all welded up. It turned out pretty decent. We just gotta go turn the brakes on to make sure that it actually doesn't leak. Hey, can you hold this for me?
I just want to know how long you've been standing there scheming that little skit while I was welding.
You're a welder, I'm a rider.
First try, Captain. Who needs a man behind the scenes?
That's what I'm saying.
I mean, really.
I do, but
Man, don't want to go weld in this shop.
yeah, not bad. Looks pretty good. All right. See this fancy. So there we go. Not too a little hot yet, but you get the idea. It's a hand here. We'll do it real fast, ready? Like that. Which is good, because before you had to get down here and do this thumb action, this thing's all busted. We just need to cut that off. We don't use it anyway, but definitely better than it was, and I'm pretty excited about that. You saw Mike got that air leak fixed. We got this bracket on here from Dirt Boss, which I'm pretty happy about. We'll see how that works out, but I think it's going to work great. We got a lot done today. Jerry also stopped by randomly and brought some fresh asparagus over for Miss Jenna and Mike and for myself, which is pretty awesome. So Jerry, thank you for that. The whole reason we're kind of doing this random stuff, we got a lot of jobs close to the shop right now. We're taking advantage of it. We get a little bit of time left at the end of the day. We're hopping in the truck, we're bringing it up here, knock a few punch list items out. Speaking of punch list items, next week, punch list on the YouTube yacht, getting it 100% ready to pour. So I got that coming up, and we've got some awesome stuff headed our way. I cannot wait to share with you guys. I hope you guys are having a great, whatever it is you're having. As always, thanks for watching, and we'll catch you on the next one.